literally the busiest and most exhausting day of my life. Like, here's my to-do list. I'm tired just from looking at it. First, I went to Starbucks because I needed a lot of energy if I was gonna get through the day. I got a matcha and I literally chugged it. Then I sat in my car and did some deep breathing exercises because I was not mentally prepared for everything I had to do. I did some light shopping at Target. I only spent like $800, and here's me sniffing some candles and stocking up on my greens. Then I got home and had to open so many stupid PR packages. Like, I'm happy I got sent some cute shoes, but my hands were literally cramping from opening so many boxes. Then it was time to do some online shopping, but I almost fell asleep while I was standing up. Don't worry though, I got it together and ended up ordering some things off Chanel, Louis Vuitton, and Gucci. I had plans to take Instagram pictures, so I ordered another matcha because I was way too tired, but then I just ended up falling asleep for the rest of the day.
What if I told you that you just watched a paid advertisement? Would you know who the company that was sponsoring that video was? Probably not. Don't feel too bad if you didn't catch it, because this whole idea of a natural integration is on the rise right now for one popular green supplement company known as Bloom Nutrition. Their advertisements are vague and covert by design. Let's move on to our next example. Tell me if you can spot the Bloom advertisement. I spy with my little eye a Bloom supplement container on the back shelf of the vanity. Yes, this is also another paid advertisement, believe it or not. We know that because it's hashtag Bloom Partner, and this is a very big creator, influencer, and they obviously need to have it in their video for some posting requirement. Are you ready for the next one? Make sure you're paying attention, all right? You might need to get your glasses out for this one. If you blink, you might almost miss it. But yes, this is another paid promotion. Well, you may have guessed by now, but today we're talking about Bloom Nutrition. This is a green supplement company that seems to be taking over the internet. It seems like everyone and their mother is drinking Bloom. Every influencer is sponsored by them, it seems. It's taken over TikTok, and so much so that they've actually become the #1 green supplement company. Obviously, something that they're doing is working. So I just want to give you the backstory really quick on Bloom. These are the founders of Bloom, okay? I don't know how much involvement the dog has, but she is the more forward-facing CEO, and it's kind of based off of her own fitness journey. So her name is Mari, and this is her husband, who I think at the time was like her trainer or something. But they started this company only in 2019. This is a relatively new company. So you got to be like, how the hell did they get so big in such a short time? I mean, it's kind of crazy. The whole thing with her is that like this is a women-led, women-owned company, even though he's a co-owner and a co-founder. But she basically like went on a fitness journey and lost 90 pounds and kind of attributes all of it to like, you know, I drink these supplements and they help me with my mental health and they help me with yada, yada, yada. Just in doing my little digging and my research and whatnot, people don't really seem to like her very much. I've gathered that it's like two things that people don't like. First of all, she's a former fitness influencer. So she's not a dietitian, not a doctor, not a nutritionist. So she's just an influencer. People just don't attribute a lot of credibility to those kind of people. So I think that's what's happening here. The people that seem to know her and had followed her journey from like the beginning and things like that don't really like that she attributes a lot of, you know, these products to like helping her mental health, and like people just seem like she's using mental health as like a selling tactic. That's just what I'm seeing, okay? I'm just reporting the news. This is the main hero product, okay? So it's the Bloom superfoods, the greens that you're gonna see in a lot of these videos. The influencers are pretty much mainly selling that one. If you'll take a look here, $80 for a 60 count container. $80. Okay, so they're not cheap. And if you want the 30-day count, it's $40. They are available at like Walmart, Target, and stuff like that. I think that's what's contributing to a lot of it, is because people feel like because it's at Target and because it's at Walmart, it's maybe more credible. These are not cheap by any means. And they have, you know, other kind of products and stuff like pre-workouts, matchas and stuff, but this is the main one. And it's marketed toward helping with digestion, bloating, and immunity. To me, that's the Deathly Hallows. I immediately I'm like, okay, dumb. Like dumb, no, not gonna buy it. Gut health, it's too vague of a term. These are buzzwords. We'll get into more of the nitty gritty from actual registered dietitians and things and professionals later on in the video, and they'll be able to tell you. But personally for me, I see that, I go, don't care, don't want to know. This is just a cash grab. That's how I see it. Like I said, they try to portray it as a women-owned, women-led, women everything company, right? And they go as far to say that this is actually a company and these products are marketed and made for women. Now, I kind of question that because greens should be something that would be a universal thing. Like, you know, we all have digestive systems. Would this not be a universal product? And I think the answer is yes, this probably would be a universal product, but why is it not being marketed towards men? And this is my personal opinion. I think when a company like this with a universal product like this is marketing it only for women or a specific group, they know that specific group of people, in this case women, will buy the product based on the marketing alone. I think that they think we're naive, that we'll fall for anything, that we'll buy anything that as long as it has aesthetic packaging, that we'll buy anything as long as our favorite influencers are promoting it. We'll buy things that seem like they're the cool, hip thing at the moment. I think that that's honestly what they're saying by that, because they're very loud and proud about this is a product for women. No, this product should probably be for everybody. Obviously, this company has spent an enormous amount of money in marketing, okay? Paying influencers to promote their products. They've actually paid a ton to get this one. This is Alex Earl, probably the biggest star on TikTok, you know, of the last several years, like the it girl of TikTok. She's not cheap, okay? She's not cheap to get her to promote your product and do a paid partnership. So they obviously are spending some cash on these influencers. So they've spent all this money in marketing, right? But they didn't want to spend the money to get it third-party tested. And it's something that typically a lot of companies will spend the money to have their product third-party tested. And that would also be a good thing to probably market and say, hey, this is a third-party tested product and there's no XYZ in here. There's no bad chemicals. We already know that. When companies spend this much in marketing, it makes you think, where are they cutting corners somewhere else? This is, like I said, the It Girl. They've paid a ton to get influencers like this that are huge like this to do paid partnerships and do TikToks using their products. That is one of the things that I believe is contributing to how they have become somehow the #1 green supplement company. Okay, so let's watch this video.
Everybody does before and after videos with the Bloom stuff about like their bloating, so I'm gonna like just try and see. Okay, so this is like before, this is like 6 p.m. So I've eaten it all today. This one's good. This is the mango one. I think it tastes like chocolate and I usually just chug it. I personally think it's delicious. So this is before. I'm gonna come back in like 30 minutes or so and we'll see what's going on. I'm back. The sun is down. That's why it like looks different. Here is after. I don't know. I feel like it gets rid of that extra bloating. And okay, I'm gonna breathe so you guys don't like tell me I'm doing something wrong. But yeah, I think it works.
Personally, I go, who's falling for that? But believe it or not, a lot of people are falling for it. A lot of people watch that video and were like, oh my God, I need to have this. And I need this shake that somehow tastes like chocolate, even though it's mango flavor. Here's the paid partnership. Tell me I'm crazy, but it works. At Bloom Nutrition, #Bloom Partners. So I want you to pay close attention to what a paid partnership looks like according to Bloom, okay? So all you have to do is tag at Bloom Nutrition and you have to do #Bloom Partner. And she did use, which I appreciate, the paid partnership tool because not everybody uses it, spoiler alert. So let's watch some of these videos and see kind of how people are integrating it into their content.
Did everybody collectively decide to stop doing a side part? For the past 3 years, I've been parting my hair in the middle, and I'm starting to wonder if it's really doing me justice. So today we're gonna do a side part. Grab a drink. Here's my face now. My hair's so greasy. I can't tell if I like it. Middle, side. I don't really like it, but I kinda like it.
That's it. That's all she had to do for the advertisement. She didn't drink the product. She didn't show her mixing it. She didn't say go buy Bloom. She didn't say, hey, Bloom is available here, XYZ. She didn't say use my code. It was literally as simple as holding it up, just holding the packets up. Hey everybody, take a seat, grab a drink, grab a snack for this 5-second video where I show you how to do a side part, but it actually looks like a middle part. And I never do a side part. Who would ever buy something after seeing that as an ad?
I'm gonna rock your world in this motherfucker.
So rock it.
You put your hands on me again.
So rock it.
All they did was have the Bloom on the counter for this paid partnership video. Hey, do you hate your job? Anyone want to become an influencer? All you have to do to get paid is have a product on the counter in the background and not even disclose it. Now, I think that what they're doing by this is they're like paying people for brand awareness. Very covert.
Hey, babe.
Yes.
If you could tell me how many blankets we have in our house in the next 3 minutes, which is very generous, I'll give you a $100 gift card to Target and we'll go right now. Time starts now.
Are you? Okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That is your ad that you came up with? It's number one, the worst acting I've ever seen. It's cringy as all hell. Who's buying that after this video? I don't want to see this product ever again, and I will never try it based on how bad this advertisement was alone. Who's
Did
buying
you guys
this?
know that even if a liquor is made with wheat, rye, or barley, it is also gluten-free? The distillation process removes any gluten from the liquor. So as long as it's properly distilled and there's nothing added to it after it's distilled, every liquor is gluten-free. It's kind of embarrassing that I just learned this because I did not know that.
Yes, folks, that was an ad. Look at paid partnership, and we don't even see the @Bloom Nutrition or #Bloom partner because it's below the fold, which is, we'll get into that. Yeah, would you know that that was a Bloom sponsorship? I'm sure a lot of people don't even read the captions and stuff. So it's like, would you even know? And I feel like that paid partnership thing is just so, it's so hard to see. But all she had to do was just talk about something random. Watch what happens next.
Am I missing something here? What is the problem with Bloom? Why is everybody hating on them so much? They reached out to me and they wanted me to do a video for them, but I had never tried it. So I said, you can send it to me, and if I like it, yes, I will absolutely do a video. They didn't even need me to talk about it. They were just like, hey, if you just work it into your regular content and just tell a story that you would normally tell, just having Bloom in your video, we're gonna pay you to do that. So they sent.
So we have an influencer right here who's admitting that they don't care if they disclose. They don't care if they don't talk about Bloom. They don't care if they even acknowledge Bloom in the video, okay? Do you know how bad that is? To have something like this is actually wild. To have a video like this of someone admitting this. It is such a bad look for both of them. This is actually an ethical problem in business. Do these covert sponsorships that don't look like sponsorships, but they are, and they're getting paid, but doesn't look like they're getting paid. Do you know how bad this is? And how absolutely crazy it is to say that.
Sent it to me and I tried it and I think it's good. Is it just me? My husband freaking loves it. He was like, can you reach back out to them and ask them for more of it? Because if not, I'm gonna start buying it. And I read all the ingredients and everything. It doesn't look like it's bad for you. It actually looks like it's good for you. So why are all these creators getting shamed for working with them? Like, let us make our money.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. No, I don't think I'm going to, actually. No. Because people like you don't deserve to get rewarded for bad behavior. You had tried it one time and you said you liked the flavor. Did you try it for 30 days? Doubt that. No more of this. Not on my watch. No, thank you. Here's another one. God. This is a whole genre, by the way, of TikTok where people are eating like the biggest bites of food you've ever seen. Don't worry, it's coming. Just hold your breath. It's coming. Whose hand is that? I just had to say something right now. It's the weirdness. It's the odd behavior. The way people are doing these ads, it's not even good. Like, who is buying this after seeing an ad like this? Who? I want to speak with them because I would like to sell them something. I do, because it's like, it's too easy at that point. You have someone who's holding it in the background and you're putting it in a Jersey Mike's cup. Like, what? So yeah, here's the proof that that was sponsored. Jersey Mike's, I ate that up. Chips in sandwich always. And then she did a bunch of spaces. So this is a little sneaky influencer trick to try to get like the hashtags to go below, like so you don't see them. You would have to click view more to see the full caption. So she did like a bunch of spaces so the Bloom Nutrition and hashtag Bloom Partner would be pushed down below so it wouldn't be as obvious. It's crazy.
Can you please get me an orange? Thank you.
That's the stupidest shit I've ever seen. It's so cringy, it actually physically hurts. It's so stupid, but this is what they're paying for. So it's the whole idea of this natural integration, okay, that Bloom is going after. Is we want to naturally integrate Bloom into your videos, and they've embraced this, and it is a strong contrast that I think influencers are typically used to and what people are typically used to seeing. So I think that's why it's become successful, is because, oh, this doesn't feel like an ad, and I can still manage to watch this person's video that I like because they're staying, true to like their similar video style, and they are incorporating it into something that they would probably make anyway. However, there's a difference between a natural integration and straight up not disclosing stuff and not making it obvious at all that it's a paid post. Okay, and the latter is happening here. So here's the hashtag Bloom Partner, and they tagged Bloom Nutrition as somebody that's in the video. You just can't make this stuff up. Here's another one. Not my mom challenging me to see who can eat more at Wendy's. Okay, so it's like they're doing stuff where it's like, okay, eating at Wendy's, eating a lot of food at Wendy's. This, like I said, this is like a whole new genre of videos of people just like literally going, she just ate a potato, like a hot dog. Okay. This is a whole genre, but wait, it's coming. Don't worry. We're almost there. Just hang in there. Bloom Super Greens for digestion. I mean, this is the laziest thing I've ever seen in my life. All she does at the end of the video is opens a box that she's not even opened yet. She's promoting a product here. This is wild. Promoting a product that she's not even ever opened, hasn't used anything. For all we know, she hasn't tried it, not drinking anything in the video. Just says Bloom Super Greens for digestion. And it's obviously like a PR box filled with like merch and like hand sanitizer and a camera. Like, oh. That was it. Yeah. Hey guys, try these Bloom greens. I can't even be bothered to open the box that it came in or the bag and pretend. It's like the audacity to not even pretend like you've used it. Oh my God. Wow. Here's another one. The Bloom is just sitting propped up on 2 pillows in the back, and she's got a full glass of it. Oh. No. Okay, so here's my next point. These people don't even seem to like the taste of these products. And I know there's going to be people that say, I like the taste of it, I like the taste of it. Let's be honest here. From what I have been seeing online, from people that are not paid to try this product, they are saying, I don't like the taste. I mean, after all, it is a greens powder. So obviously it's like not going to taste like a Dr. Pepper or something. But I think that these next couple videos are very telling, because these are people that have been paid, right, to make a video. It doesn't seem like they like the taste too much. I don't like these videos. I'm just gonna say it. You have to laugh at this stuff, right? Let's go back to that. Let me just show you this again. Eating the burger like a ravenous dog, and then to go like this and just be like, barely taking a sip of the Bloom has got to say it all. Food all over your face, and then you go, you don't like it. And the problem is you're promoting a product that you clearly don't even like the taste of. She doesn't even want the straw in her mouth. It's so gross. Here's another one. The sour cream on the lips, oh Lord. I have a point to make about these like food eating TikTok, people that eat like professional eaters on TikTok, right? They're eating. The whole point is to like make it look like the food is so good, right? But they can't even do that. They literally eat professionally and they can't even make Bloom look good. Okay, look at, here we go. Let's see let's see what she looks like when she drinks this. One sip. They act like Taco Bell's the best food they ever had. And then they drink this and they can't even hide the disgust. Here's another one. Food all, but here we go. Oh, you guys. The straw's not even in the liquid. She's holding the water bottle, so it looks like she drank more than she did. So like the liquid is pushed back in the water bottle. She's barely drank any of that. She doesn't want to drink it. It's clear. It's clear as day, at least to me. But then you go back to eating like that. So this is proof that it's paid. Burrito and at Bloom Nutrition, the best. Bloom is 20% off on Amazon now through 10/11. Hashtag Bloom partner, burrito, hashtag burrito.
A friend of mine is a manager at a restaurant, and she told me about this scam, and I wanted to tell you guys so that y'all don't get got by this scam. It seems like they target like small business owners, like especially like restaurants and bars. She said one day she got an email from some guy saying that he wanted to rent out their restaurant for his wife's 50th birthday party. He wanted her to do everything though. The cake, they wanted this specific band that was his wife's favorite. He said, just let me know how much it is and I'll send you my credit card information and you can charge my card.
The pain and the agony in that one sip, it said it all.
She went along and started booking the party. He had given her...
She's like, and he started booking the party. She sounds out of breath.
Her contact information to this band. Turns out the band, she tried to Google the band and couldn't really find anything on them. Like their Instagram had like 43 followers, but they wanted $8,000 and you had to pay it ahead of time with like a money order.
She looks like she's in pain. It says it all. Case closed. I have to include this because there's a lot of videos like this, but this is a real everyday person, okay? And I would rather listen to these people than these paid influencers any day of the week, because the truth is that you just can't trust anything they say. Just by virtue of the fact that they are being paid for it, I don't trust them. I don't trust that they say it's gonna help me with my bloating. I don't trust that because how could they? It's paid. They can't say anything differently because they want to sell it. When people like this say this is absolutely disgusting, normal people that are not being paid, I believe them.
It'll be all right. We'll get this thing handled. Hey.
And by the way, can I just say something? That's the same face that all these other people were making in their videos, eating it, that are paid. They're like,
Come with me real quick.
okay, I found this comment. It's so bad. They offered so much money and I said, hell no. She replied, I definitely see why no one shows themselves drinking it, laughing emoji. Someone was offered the bag and they still said no because it was so disgusting. Says a lot.
Just your friendly reminder that all Bloom Greens powder does is make you go to the bathroom. Eat a vegetable, drink some water, and stop forcing yourself to drink grass. That's all. Have a good day.
I don't want you guys to just hear it from me. Okay, obviously I've got my own skepticisms and speculations about this product, and at this point I am feeling like, okay, this is looking like a cash grab. It's coming across as very disingenuous, and honestly, where there's smoke, there's fire. And I wanted to collect some videos of actual registered dietitians, nutritionists, people that know what they're talking about, and have them speak on this topic, because all I know is my own intuition, which says this is a load of. Let's listen to what they have to say.
Dietitian's honest review of Bloom Nutrition. I'm sure you already know what it is. It's a greens powder that was founded by a fitness influencer. And I will say, it wasn't founded by a doctor or a dietitian. Fitness influencer. Let's first talk about the claims of this product. Whenever you see general claims like the ones we're about to talk about, big red flag. The top 3 that I saw on Bloom's website were they claim that their product improves digestion and gut health, strengthens the immune system, and increases energy levels. It makes me laugh when such complex phenomena like digestion and the immune system are so simplified. Claims like these should have studies behind them, ideally randomized control trials that showed that people who took the supplement for an extended period of time improved all these things compared to people who didn't take it, who took a placebo. Studies like these don't exist, and they would be so difficult to do because how do you even measure strengthening immune system? Like, do you measure specific immune cells in your blood? Like, how do you even know? You look at people in like a 5-year span and see who got sick and who didn't. Do you know how many confounding factors there are that would influence that? The only thing that exists are claims that people have made from taking the product. Placebo effect exists. You don't know if these people got paid to say things. Already not looking good. Now, I'm assuming that their claim about strengthening the immune system comes from them claiming that they improve digestion because the majority of our immune system resides in the gut. However, the evidence that the specific ingredients in this product support digestion so much so that it strengthens the immune system, that's reaching a lot. I would love to see the evidence on that. And then if we look closer at the product ingredients, they contain proprietary blends. All you need to know about this is that it lacks transparency because proprietary blends means that you as a consumer don't know how much of it, each ingredient is in the product. So even if these ingredients were to have beneficial effects, you don't know if there's even enough of that ingredient in the product to work. And then if we look at the grams of fiber, there's only 2. Fiber, we know there's evidence in.
2 is crazy to only have 2. You would think there'd be way, way, way more.
Research showing that it's beneficial for digestion, right? There's soluble and insoluble fiber. A cup of berries with maybe like in chia seed pudding, maybe a couple nuts and seeds already equals almost 8 to 10 grams of fiber. This product only has 2. It is not a good source of fiber. Moving on to the probiotics. The product doesn't even mention what strains of probiotics are in the product. And it's not third-party tested, so I don't even believe that those probiotics are even alive or probably work or do anything. And yeah, what I've just mentioned, third-party testing, this product is not third-party tested. This means this product could be contaminated with so many things and you wouldn't know. Heavy metals. Moreover, you don't know that what's in the product is exactly what they say is in the product. So overall, in my personal opinion, I would not recommend this product. A greens powder in general, whether it's this product or any other product, will not replace whole foods.
Oh dear, it's not looking good, guys.
This has by far been my most requested video, so let's do a review of the Bloom's green powder from the perspective of a gut health dietitian. Everything on this label is listed as a proprietary blend, meaning that you don't know the exact quantity of each of the ingredients. So for example, with the organic superfood blend or the green superfood blend, it could be 95% organic barley grass and then 5% everything else, and you're not gonna know. Now, I'm not saying that this brand specifically is doing this, but a lot of times brands will use proprietary blends as a way to decrease their costs.
Remember that thing I said about they're spending a lot of money on influencer marketing? I wonder where they're cutting costs to get all that money. Well,
and in turn also decreasing the quality without the consumer necessarily catching on. And last but not least, let's take a look at the price. So a 2-month supply costs about $80, which works out to $40 a month. Is it astronomical? No, but I do think that you can get more nutrients from just taking that money and purchasing whole fruits and veggies. You're gonna get a lot more fiber, a lot more nutrients. In a lot of cases, it's actually more bioavailable. So here are my final thoughts. If you are currently using this Bloom powder and you feel like it is helping, by all means continue taking it. It's not going to cause any harm. Do I think that it is 100% necessary? Absolutely not. I think you can get the same nutrients from having a well-balanced diet full of fruits and veggies.
I'm going to tell you all the things I don't like about this viral product while also telling you what you can do instead that's cheaper. I don't like what I don't like about most greens powders, and that is proprietary blends. While these blends tell you all the ingredients that are in here, they don't tell you how much of each ingredient are in here. So you may think, ooh, cool, I'm getting acai berry and goji berry and matcha and all these cool expensive things, but it's literally 99% carrot with a couple little drops of those.
that's a scary thought, honestly.
I don't like that they mix their probiotics and prebiotics together on the label and therefore do not report CFUs. Without CFUs, there's no way of you knowing how many guaranteed viable organisms are in this product. I got major issues.
Remember that other thing about the first dietitian said about wondering if the probiotics are even alive?
With this adaptogenic blend. It sounds cool, you've got 6 different adaptogens, unless you know that every study with ashwagandha only showed benefit in doses 1 to 3 grams 1 to 3 times per day. This only gives you 100 milligrams. So even if this whole blend was just ashwagandha, you'd be getting 3 to 10% of the smallest dose.
It's interesting that she just brought that up because the founder, Mari, in one of the videos that is currently on Bloom Nutrition's TikTok, she talks about and specifically talks about how the ashwagandha in the products has helped her with her mental health. Now, if what she is saying is true, I find it to be very odd that she's saying, yeah, actually, that's not even enough to be effective. This is barely any ashwagandha. So it definitely would support some of the criticisms that people have of the owner and the founder, Mari, when she does say that these things help with my mental health and these supplements help with my mental health, but the science is not necessarily there.
That was shown to be beneficial. But it's not just ashwagandha. There's 6, so this makes me think that none of these are in doses high enough to show any benefit. The first ingredient in the digestive enzyme blend is maltodextrin. That is not an enzyme. That is a readily digestible carbohydrate that has been used as fillers and thickeners in processed foods. So, additionally, enzymes are proteins. Proteins are denatured by stomach acid. When proteins are denatured, they lose their activity. Therefore, enzymes need to be in enteric-coated capsules to make it past your stomach acid and get to your small intestine. There is no enteric coating in this powder. But maybe you don't.
She's reading them.
Don't care about all that extra fluff. Maybe you just want to take this greens powder to get some fruits and veggies in your life. So is it even a good supplement for fruits and veggies? No. I calculated that 1 scoop of this powder gives you about 15 grams of whole fruits and vegetables. The bare minimum recommendation for daily fruits and veggie intake is about 5 to 7 servings or 400 grams. So to even get 10% of the bare minimum recommendations, you would have to take 3 scoops of this a day. That's going to put you back $120 a month, my friends. So you know what you can do instead? Eat a half an apple and a handful of small baby carrots every day. You don't gotta prep, you don't gotta clean up, they're cheap, and you know what's in them.
I feel like that's a very powerful representation of just how easy it is to get the necessary recommended fruits and vegetables intake and how little there is allegedly in this superfoods. All I can think about when I'm watching this stuff is like there are influencers who know not even a fraction of what these registered dietitians know, and they're promoting this product like it saved them and you need to have this to cure your bloating.
And they give you more fruits and veg than 1 scoop of that powder.
Wow.
Please allow me to de-influence you from greens powder. Here's a super popular brand. As you can see, 1 scoop gives you a bit over 5 grams. Most greens will also give you somewhere between 5 and 10 grams. Recommended amounts of fruits and vegetables every day is 400 to 500 grams, meaning a scoop of greens gives you no more than 2-ish% of what you need every day. Please stop wasting your money.
That's shocking to me. It really is.
Let's talk about wellness products that are not worth the hype, not worth the money. Today we're talking about Bloom Greens again. They are at every corner. Their marketing budget is insane. I filmed a video about them last year, but I still get questions about them every single day. Even if you consumed 4 servings of Bloom per day, which would be pretty insane because it's already an expensive product, so that would be incredibly expensive to buy it that frequently. You still want to be consuming enough of the greens and superfoods to experience any of the benefits that it claims to have. It is not a miracle cure for anything. It's not going to clear your skin. It's not going to give you your dream body. It's not going to magically heal the deep root causes of your bloating and discomfort. All it is a big fat paycheck in a lot of people's pockets.
Do a quick rapid fire, some questions from the community.
This is the founder of Bloom.
Most harmful ingredient to look for on nutrition labels?
Titanium dioxide. This is stuff that's in like Mentos. It's like what gives like a shiny consistency, or like those little Debbie's cakes that have.
She's showing the Bloom Blueberry Crumble product and she's pointing at the titanium dioxide inside of the product.
Am I missing something here?
It's not a good look, guys. It's not a good look. Okay. This next thing ties into one thing that the last girl touched on, which she made a really good point. And it was basically like, these products are not going to magically fix your body. They're not going to make you super skinny. They're not a cure-all. I want to show you this video, okay? Because this is a sponsored Bloom post. And I think it highlights everything that we need to know right now. And just something that I feel like I need to remind people of. So let's watch this. Morning routine, okay? Obviously, she's got a good body, right? So she's doing the Bloom first thing in the morning, drinking the Bloom, making the bed, okay? Take a look at this grocery haul, okay? Extremely healthy foods. This lunch is extremely healthy. Look at how many vegetables, protein is on there. Everything that you could want is on there right now, okay? This is extremely healthy, all right? And look at her. She's getting ready to work out in the sun, like doing everything. She's doing everything right. But here's the thing. She doesn't have this body that you see right here because of Bloom. She has this body because she eats extremely healthy, gets a ton of fruits and vegetables, most likely, and she works out. And she left toilet paper on the counter right there. But do you see what I'm saying? So it's like, it's the same thing. Look at this. It's the same thing with Alex Earl. It's like, she's extremely fit because she probably has a super fast metabolism. Some people just do. She's got a great body, but she had a great body before she started promoting Bloom. Read between the lines here, people. It's more about the things that you do that change your lifestyle, eating healthy, working out, drinking a lot of water. Those are the things that are gonna help you more than a $40 powder. You don't need these things. So obviously, you know, I had to turn to a lot of dietitians for that last portion of the video because I don't really know the ins and outs of green powders. I don't really know. This, however, is the portion of the video where I tag myself back in. This is the part that I get fired up. You know, obviously I'm an influencer. I have worked with many big brands. I've worked with Amazon, Walmart, I've done Best Buy. I don't think that there's anything wrong with doing sponsorships. I love when people get to work with brands and stuff. For some people, that is a really great thing. So I'm not dogging on that. But when people do things like this is when I start to go, you're a piece of. This is just funny. So this came across my For You page, but it says, let's play a second round of my favorite game. It's called, Is This Bloom Ad Properly Disclosed? So the girl on the right is like making earrings. I have to laugh at this. Not only was it not disclosed, she actually ended up deleting the video. But in the very back, we're about to see it. Hold on. Hang in there. In the very back, blurry in the back, you can finally see the Bloom. And she's got a full drink filled with Bloom that she's not even drank yet. Blurry in the back. And that was good enough for Bloom, apparently, where they paid her money for this advertisement, which is like, how is this even an advertisement? Like, I don't even see it. Like, when I'm watching people's videos, I don't even look in the background really of their stuff, rarely. You know, she obviously got called up by this creator over here, and she actually ended up deleting this video, I'm pretty sure, because I could not find it. And I think that tells you a lot. I think it says a lot, honestly. So yeah, she's just making earrings. Just making earrings and then doesn't disclose. That's one example. Now this is actually out of control. I can't even believe this is on the internet.
A few weeks ago, my student said she needed help quitting V at Ping. She comes and updates me almost every day on how she's doing. I'm so proud of her.
Okay, how'd you do this weekend with it? I was struggling. It was difficult. But were you able to?
So we have teachers that are filming themselves talking to students and putting it on TikTok now. Are you aware? Private conversation about not being able to quit vaping. Yeah, this is a whole separate issue. It might need its own video. So by the way, subscribe because it'll probably be coming pretty soon. I can't believe what people will do for views. Every day I see something, I go, wow, you really shouldn't have.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
You went all weekend?
Yeah.
Let's go. Wait, that's actually great.
It's
okay.
So hot. Oh, not my last one.
Your last one. I'll order more for you though. You're welcome.
You're welcome. My favorite teacher right here for.
So proud. At Bloom Nutrition, hashtag Bloom Partner, hashtag No Nick November, hashtag Quit Nick. You're kidding, right? Filming this type of interaction is so inappropriate and I don't even know where to start. But like, this was a sponsored video.
I just got a new car, so let's organize my center console. I'm gonna start by taking out the tray, and then I'm using this gummy bear bag that I got from Forever 21, and I'm gonna keep everything snack and drink related. First are these almond and cranberry bars that I love from Good & Gather, and then I'm also gonna put a fruity option, the mango and apple That's It bars. These are delicious. And then, of course, I'm going to put my Bloom packets and some liquid IV packets. I always have a tumbler full of water in my car, so these are just super convenient to throw in my water for when I'm on the go.
I fast forwarded this part. Just take a look at this. Look at how many products that she ends up showing in this video. Okay, would you ever, if you're an unsuspecting person, right, who's watching this video, would you ever notice or be able to point out, hey, this is a Bloom sponsorship? With just this sheer amount of products that are being like promoted and displayed and saying, hey, this is what's in my car, and she talked about it for a teeny little second, like literally blink and you'll miss it. It's not obvious. And I think that's the problem that I have with so many of these is that it's not obvious that any of these are sponsored. Now here's another one, okay? And I just want to point this out. She's got, literally bought this car for the size of the center console, okay? She has hashtag what's in my car, hashtag car organization, hashtag car must-haves. And then at the very end, at Bloom Nutrition, hashtag Bloom Partner. But you would never know. The everyday person would never know. And that is what's so sneaky and deceptive. I know that that's odd. I know that bringing it up for a second probably means that they're sponsored. But a lot of people don't know that. And to me, I don't like the idea of people being on TikTok and they don't know that they're being sold to. I really feel like we should hope for a world where there's more transparency online. And the Bloom Partner is all the way at the end. Here's another one. I actually found this one over on Instagram Reels. So this is a completely different platform we're on now, okay? And all it said was Gym Girlies Unite. But I just want you to know, because now you guys are experts now, okay? So this one's on you. Does this look like a paid advertisement? She's got her own Bloom cup and even her own Bloom gym. That's stupid. I'm sorry. Give me a break. This is obviously heavily sponsored by Bloom, but here's the problem. It's over on Instagram that she did not disclose at all. The only thing in the caption is Gym Girls Unite. So then I did some digging, right? And I went and found this exact same video because it had been cross-posted, and I found it originally on TikTok. And I found the exact one where she's using the Bloom bag. Turns out it is sponsored. So it says, Gym Girlies know we need that high energy pre-workout at Bloom Nutrition, hashtag Bloom Partner, hashtag Gym Girlies. You are supposed to, by the FTC, and yes, I know I sound like a narc, you have to disclose that across every platform, okay? When you're on Instagram, you must disclose. When you're on YouTube Shorts, you must disclose. And these people aren't doing that. They are only disclosing barely, and this does not, by the way, qualify. We're going to get into that in a second, but this does not count as you're disclosing information, okay? And I found this comment, which I thought was funny. It says, you're not by any chance sponsored by Bloom, are you? LOL. Clearly, I mean, you're using a gym bag that says Bloom, hello. They say, how do you like it? And she goes, genuinely some of the best products, clean ingredients and noticeable differences when I'm consistently using it. Not even addressing it here when you're directly asked. These people will do anything to skirt around the rules to avoid saying, yes, this is a sponsorship. Yes, I'm being paid for this post. And that's a problem. If we live in a world of influencers that refuse to be upfront about, hey, yeah, this is a paid sponsorship. Yeah, I'm being paid for this. It's a problem. And it's a growing problem every day. And it's happening nonstop. And it's happening rampantly. Yeah, this girl is like a repeat offender. This is another one where she's being sponsored by Bloom over on TikTok. And then she doesn't disclose it over on Instagram, even though she's been paid. Here's a family that loves to exploit their children. This is something that I found over on TikTok. The same post was not disclosed over on Instagram. Sorry, it's hard to see, but he literally is making a Bloom drink in the bathroom. That's disgusting. You're making drinks in the bathroom. But look at hashtag Bloom Partner and at Bloom Nutrition is at the very, very bottom of the caption, which most people are not even gonna see. Very, very inconspicuous where that is. Over on Instagram, no disclosures. Same thing, this is over on TikTok, hashtag Bloom Partner, at Bloom Nutrition, and then we've got the same thing where not disclosed over on Instagram. There's a lot of people that are doing this. Come spend $500 with me at Target. Here we go.
Mom. Let's get mango. Mango's my favorite.
This is like one of those, cup games where it's like you got to follow the ball is under what cup. Keep your eye on the Bloom. Okay, keep your eye on the Bloom.
Stop it right now. You need this.
I need that thing.
It's there right now.
Dress.
Open this. Mostly hot.
The Bloom is gone. Okay? The Bloom is gone and I don't see it anywhere in the cart.
Look, they have those. Ah, I know like that.
Okay, so I'm showing the receipt. I'm pausing on the receipt for a reason, which you can't really see it, but I'm just take my word for this, okay? In doing my research, not only are people doing undisclosed ads for Bloom, they're also not even buying the products. So they're pretending to go shopping for Bloom and then they don't even buy the product in the end, okay? So she's showing the receipt, but she's got it carefully folded over. And by the way, it was nowhere to be found in the cart. You couldn't see it. It was gone, okay? Literally, it was gone, allegedly, okay? I don't know for sure if she bought it or not, but by the way that she folded over this receipt, definitely makes it seem like she didn't buy it. But there have been multiple reports from people that are saying, oh, this person showed the receipt. The receipt showed that they didn't actually buy the Bloom. So it's like the levels of deception here are out of control. All right, so that was a paid post, by the way. So people that are being paid can't even be bothered to buy it. I just want to show you how easy it is to disclose that this is a paid partnership, okay? Here's the content disclosure tools. So you go to more options on a TikTok. This is a tutorial for shady influencers, okay? Content disclosure and ads, you click this right here, click that, and then you come over here and you click that. It's that easy. But unfortunately, a lot of influencers can't even do that. They can't even do a hashtag half the time. This actually just happened in November of 2023. But this is a situation that I think you can draw a lot of parallels to, and a lot of similar things are happening with these two situations, and I think that there's a lot to be learned from these two situations. So the FTC warns 2 trade associations and a dozen influencers about social media posts promoting consumption of aspartame or sugar. It was a huge scandal. The American Beverage Association was allegedly, I'll just say allegedly, paying TikTok influencers to make advertisements and to make videos where they were talking positively about aspartame and basically saying that the WHO, the World Health Organization's recommendations to stay away from aspartame were unfounded, and saying there's no science about this and it's safe for you guys to have aspartame, blah, blah. Well, it turns out that they had actually been paid to make these videos by the American Beverage Association. So obviously a huge conflict of interest here, and also just like extremely shady and just gross business, insane. They were hired to promote the safety of aspartame. What's interesting about this whole thing is that the FTC actually posted some letters that they sent out to influencers. So one of the influencers that they sent out a letter to that I just clicked on was someone by the name of Miss Stephanie Grosso. I'll just quickly kind of go through some of the bullet points here because I think that it's a good roadmap for, okay, this is what these people were doing wrong, and this is what these companies are also doing wrong, and this is how you're properly disclose things, and this is how you do business, and this is how you don't. The FTC, whose mission is to protect consumers by enforcing laws and rules that promote truth in advertising. And you know what? That's what I'm trying to do too, is I'm trying to promote truth and advertising and fair business practices, and by educating consumers and businesses about their rights and responsibilities. We are writing to express concern that your marketing practices on Instagram and TikTok may be deceptive and unfair in violation of the FTC Act. So it said, you posted dietary advice on Instagram and TikTok endorsing the safety of aspartame. In a video posted on Instagram and on TikTok on July 10th, 2023, you disparaged World Health Organization, also known as WHO, guidelines regarding aspartame. Among other things, you asked rhetorically, why discourage people to use non-sugar sweeteners when it's considered safe? And said that the WHO recommendations regarding aspartame was clickbait based on low-quality science. Can you believe people were doing this? This is insane. On Instagram, the post is available as both an Instagram video and as a reel. It appears that you were paid by the American Beverage Association to make those posts. So once again, like I said, she was paid to do a post on both TikTok and Instagram, and she posted on both, and you had to disclose on both that you were paid. The main point of here is it has to be clear from the context of communication that this is an endorsement. Keywords needs to be clear and conspicuous, right? So this is where things really ramp up. I feel like I really have to read this. If the representation is made through both visual and audible means, if you're doing a video and you're talking in the video, you must visually and audibly disclose that. Have we seen anybody do that in these videos where they're saying, hey, this is, by the way, a sponsored post? No, they have not done that. Here's the first bullet point. It says, first, the videos did not include any disclosures in the video themselves. Viewers can easily watch a video without reading disclosures in a post text description, which is true. I think a lot of people don't read the captions of things. It's up to the influencer to make it clear and conspicuous. You know, you can do that by superimposing much larger text over the videos, they say. It says, second, the text description of your post include the word #ad in their 6th or 7th line. So that is what I'm talking about. I'm making a point to say, hey, this is at Bloom, and #Bloom Partner is all the way at the bottom of these hashtags, at the bottom of a very lengthy caption. It is below the fold. As this says, these longer descriptions are generally truncated, which means that it's below, like if you have to click, view more. Any required disclosure should be presented without having to click. We also note that on TikTok and Instagram Reels, the text description is in small print at the bottom of the screen, sometimes poorly contrasting and doesn't stand out. Videos have many competing elements. Therefore, we do not think that the disclosure in a TikTok or Instagram Reels post text description is clear and conspicuous. Thirdly, you relied upon the paid partnership disclosure tool to make your disclosures. Basically, they're saying that even though you use this, it still wasn't enough because you were not disclosing who was sponsoring it, you were not disclosing that it was sponsored, you were not putting it on the screen, and you were hiding hashtag ad in your description, very low below the fold. Finally, we're concerned that the paid partnership and ad disclosures are inadequate because no one even knew who was sponsoring this. So they didn't know that the American Beverage Association was paying for this because she just said hashtag ad, but nobody knew. This kind of stuff makes me lose faith in humanity for real. If you're wondering, does Bloom know that they're doing the wrong thing? Well, according to this user who I found this comment, they said they know it's illegal. I asked Bloom about how they're getting away with breaking the law and they blocked me. So I think that there's a couple different ways that influencers are getting paid. And at some point of this, I was like, are influencers even getting paid or are they just getting sent products? But I'm like, no, these are influencers that have millions of followers. They're not just simply accepting free products. They're obviously getting paid. This is what I have sort of gathered. I don't know if this is true. But in the beginning, I think that they did more of a commission structure where it's like, okay, here's your code. I think what they've switched over to is they're paying influencers a flat rate fee. Paying them, hey, here's $1,000 for one video. Or they're saying, hey, you know, let's work together for the month. You do 5 videos and here's $20,000. These are not real numbers. So I think that's a lot of it. I do believe though that some of them are only getting, like smaller influencers are just getting free product. I do believe that that is happening, but that's not really what we're talking about here, is it? We're talking about probably bigger influencers. So here's some people that are speaking out that have actually worked with Bloom.
Next I had some Blooms, spun it all up. I usually just chug these.
So I find it funny now that Bloom can afford to pay every single of the biggest influencers on TikTok to promote their greens, but when I worked with them as a college athlete, literally at the beginning of their marketing program where you would earn commission on how many sales you got using your code, they couldn't pay me the $3,000 that they owed me from the sales that I got them, and instead just removed me from the program and never responded to any of my emails.
So here's another post that I found deep in the recesses of Reddit. This is from 3 years ago. So these are people that I worked with them at the beginning of when Bloom was just starting up, okay? At the very beginning. So it says, being a Bloom influencer, working for Bloom has been anything but ideal. They send you an initial package to try, and it came with greens and one product of your choice. We have had about 4 different influencer managers in a span of 6 months. They have appeared to be down for the cause and showcasing different kinds of women, but only repost women who look and have the same aesthetic as Mari. Find out about launches most of the time when everyone else does. We do not receive product to try out before we promote. Recently, we all got an email saying that they are looking for more than fitness gym posts. It was a slap in the face because most of us aren't lifestyle folks. They sent a TikTok to reference and said, just sending some ideas for your next post. This juice is not worth the squeeze. Emails go unanswered and compensation is bleak. I don't feel like if you're being essentially free promo for a company, you should have to purchase every new thing. I see a huge problem with this. If this is true, with asking influencers to promote a product that they don't even have is just not ethical. And I have a huge problem with that, especially when this is a company. Let's remember, this is a company founded by a fitness influencer. This is a person that knows the ins and outs of being an influencer and what that life is like. Okay, so keep that in mind as we continue to read people's reviews and testimonies from having worked with this company. I also found this as well. This is allegedly an email that actual influencers got, you know, back 3 years ago, but 35 sales, you get $200 worth of products. 35 sales is kind of a lot, I feel like, for something stupid like this, but 35 sales, you get $200 worth of products. 75 sales within 1 month period, you get upgraded to a cash commission of 10%. I mean, it's feeling like an MLM, it definitely is. And then you'll also be added to our product mailing list, which means depending on what we're trying to push, we'll send products your way. So if you want people to promote stuff and if you have ambassadors of your product, they should have every product in their hands so they know what they're talking about. Okay, here's another one that I found. Former affiliate, the product quality decreased over time. They want lifestyle aesthetic, not someone who is a fitness based. They asked you to promote products they don't send you. The pre-workout high energy at that does nothing for me, and the protein made me so upset. Perhaps they have changed. I don't like how she uses her mental health struggles to promote supplements. There it is again. Here's another testimony.
Hating on Bloom right now because it's in like every single video. If you're wondering how much they actually pay people to like have it included in their videos, I got you. Because they reached out to me and they offered me a whopping $0. But what got me was why. Here's proof. I blurred out the name, but you can tell that they reached out to me. Basically, they said that because they're a young company, they can only offer me products in exchange for it. But I've seen so many videos of content creators with much larger followings than I have, which likely means they can charge higher rates.
I just want to point out that she's absolutely right about this. Can't see it right now because there's text over it, but this email came to her November 18th, 2022, okay? They had a video where they were sponsoring Alex Earl in November 2nd of 2022. This is actually true. They just gave Alex Earl the bag, so yeah, maybe they have no more money left. It seems like what she's saying is that they're trying to get a lot of free work out of people. and they want to like pay other influencers a lot of money and then try to get like other people to promote their product for free. And once again, this is a company made by women, for women, women-led, and they're doing this to other women and doing this to other influencers when you were an influencer yourself at some point. Not a good look in my opinion.
So something just wasn't adding up. I did my research and I was right. They do have the budget, just
Yikes.
not for me, which is fine. Different campaigns call for different types of creators, and I know that I'm personally not in the health and wellness space necessarily, and I don't have too large of a following relative to some of the content creators that we've done like Bloom stuff. And I definitely am grateful to be in a position to be offered products due to my platform. It kind of sucks when you know that people do get paid by that company. It seems to me like their strategy is just sending people products and hoping that they'll post it. And I understand why someone would take that up. It just feels like trying to take advantage of that lack of research when I know for a fact that people do get paid.
At this point, we obviously know people are getting paid, right? But I think the question is how much they're getting paid. And I think it's kind of hard to figure that out. And what is the structure like of what are these deals looking like? Are they doing long-term campaigns? Are they doing year-long? Are they doing monthly? Are they doing pay per post? Like what is going on exactly? It's very difficult to get any information. So the only thing I can really go off of is comments like this. So somebody said, does anyone have any idea how much they pay? LOL, these TikTokers are defending Bloom with their lives. And somebody commented, I remember a creator saying that they were going to pay her a large amount to promote it and she didn't have that big of a following. So I think it has to be a pretty penny, but it makes no sense because like you said, everyone promotes it. Somebody else commented, I heard they pay smaller content creators around $1,000 per post. Alex Earl is sponsored by them and her rate is $100K. So they pay more for larger creators. That is crazy to be paid that much for a TikTok after all. Like this isn't even YouTube videos where it's long form. This was a comment that I found on someone that was doing a paid sponsored Bloom TikTok, and it said, I'm dying to know how much Bloom pays you per post. And somebody commented, it's not per post, it's a contract for X amount of videos for a year, I believe. And I think it's $200K for the year for people to like put it on the counter next to them. If that's true, I'm doing this whole thing wrong. This is a comment, as someone who worked with Bloom a bunch of times, it's a monthly contract. Everyone's prices vary depending on your following, engagement, etc. Here we get into some actual numbers here. These are actual numbers that we can go off of. And I found this because I was watching a video, great video, I'll link it down below, by Swell Entertainment, and she did a video on Bloom. She is on this website where it's a creator website for creator transparency about brand deals and things like that. People will post, hey, here's how much this company paid me, here's my following size, here's how much they paid me for a post.
A website called FYPM or FYPM.VIP. It is for creators by creators. You can only get in by being a content creator. In order to get your account verified, you have to prove that you've worked with brands previously, but it's a really good marketplace to find out what brands are paying other creators of different sizes and things like that. So I thought, oh my gosh, let's check Bloom. So I can't show all of these because I don't want to lose access to this, obviously. But what's great about this is these are all anonymous, so it's not exposing these content creators or anything like that. It's people sharing their experiences, and it shares just what their follower count was and what platform it was on that they were offered this deal on and how much they were offered. So this person declined the offer. They didn't want to negotiate, but also I declined. They had 50K on TikTok and they were offered $75 for one deliverable. And that deliverable was one video on TikTok, no special terms. Bloom is the best brand to work with. They have 1 million on TikTok. They were offered $6,000 to work with Bloom.
6,000
videos, so $1,000.
$6,000 for 6 videos, so $1,000 per video. But that's crazy considering how little amount of effort these people are putting into these videos and how little Bloom is asking them to do.
It's up to $100. Declined offer, $239K on TikTok. Lowballed me so bad, but work with huge creators like Alex. I know they have the budget. Alex isn't Alex Earl. 2 videos, $100 cash. So see the drastic change. And again, at least $300 to $400 per video would probably be more realistic for a TikToker of that size. Again, another 1 million followers, and that could be like 1 million to 5 million, I believe. So this person could have 3 million. 4 videos, $6,000. Different, very different. 2 videos at $100, that's not enough for 132. These are also all TikTok, was barely paid anything at all, even though they work with so many creators. 1 video, $200 for 500,000 TikTok followers. I proposed $400 a video, 50% less, my typical asking price, and was rejected because they are a young and growing company. I then lowered the rate to $100 per video and was still declined. They are currently paying creators that I know $500 plus per video.
I wonder how long they're going to continue to do this young growing company business when they're the #1 green supplement brand. I wonder how long they're gonna do that for. When you promote the fact that you're the #1 green supplement brand, you can't really use that excuse anymore, can you?
So their average, it seems, for people is $1,000 per a TikTok video. There's a lot of variation in the audience count. Let me also make it very clear. Putting Bloom partner is not the same thing as putting hashtag ad, okay?
Yeah. So let me ask you guys a question. Do you guys know that when people put hashtag Bloom partner, that's an advertisement? That's another way of saying ad. Do you know that? Or did you find that out in this video? Because I feel like that's another thing, shady tactic that people are using is they'll do hashtag partner to try to get around saying that they're being paid. When you say partner, it comes with a different connotation than putting hashtag sponsored or hashtag ad.
I don't know if these people are putting Bloom partner. I can't verify any of this, obviously. But to say Bloom partner is not saying that you're getting paid. There are people who don't know that you putting Bloom partner is you trying to disclose that you're being paid. That could just mean that you are in their program and you get sent free products. And there are probably people who are in that program.
If you are getting sent free products and you're not explicitly saying, hey, this is free in the video, I think you must disclose that it's hashtag gifted.
Program that do get sent free products who are Bloom partners in that regard. There are also people who are probably lying that just say Bloom partner because they want it to look like they are a Bloom partner and they've paid for this product.
All right, so here's my final thoughts. Honestly, I'm just kind of tired of influencers selling crap and shilling crap nonstop. And in my opinion, this is pretty much crap. From what I've seen, from what I've heard, there's a trail of problems that are stemming off of this and sprouting off of blooming off of this company. I want a world where we're more transparent. And I think when you're hiding the fact that this is a sponsorship, I think when you're doing only hashtag Bloom partner and you're hiding it at the very bottom of your description box and you're not using the paid promotion tools and you are not saying explicitly that this is a paid promotion and you are not being honest. I mean, these are all choices that you're making. These are choices that these people are making. It's also a Bloom problem as well that they're not requiring their influencers that they're campaigning with to disclose these things. That is not the way that you do business and operate in the space. Yeah, for all these reasons, I'm kind of fed up, honestly. I'm sick of seeing it. Honestly, when I see it, I just scroll past it. I don't even want to know. I'm just like, I don't care. I don't trust you. I don't believe it. I don't want to buy it. I'm done. So anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say for this video. So leave a like if you did enjoy this video and please subscribe if you're not already. There's many more videos like this coming down the pipeline. I have many ideas and many videos that I would like to be making very soon. So please subscribe and I'll pretty much see you in my next video. Bye.
What's a company that has tried so hard to win your business, it's actually worked against?
Bloom Nutrition. Every single time I see an influencer on here using Bloom Nutrition, it's just them putting an immersion blender into the cup and then taking one sip and then putting the cup down. They never finish the cup. You never see them actually reviewing it or actually talking about what it tastes like. They just sort of have it in every video. It's so sneaky, and then they put the little hashtag Bloom partner right at the very end of the caption so you have to open it to see it. I hate it. I will never ever order anything from that company because of that.